I'm Kathleen Muglia, and I wrote the book Synergistic Caregiving, Healing Yourself and Others. I'm a pediatric psychiatric nurse practitioner and also a certified equine therapy facilitator. The book is about we're all caregivers. And the book is really for everyone because we care for our family, we care for our neighbors, we care for our coworkers, we care for our communities, and we care for ourselves. I wish I would have known that I would do it. I would be successful. If I know it's going to happen and just always this imposter syndrome in the back of my head, this is never going to happen. I'm going to write this book, but it's not actually going to happen. So it will happen for you. I wish I would have known that people will and did like my stories. Clayton told us that the stories are what people are going to be interested in. And I've had so many people say, oh my gosh, I felt like that when this happened. And that just means so much. I worried so much about the research and not as an academic. That's what I'm focusing on. And I need to have a good citation within the last 5 years. And nobody gives a rat's patootie about that. At least the type of book that I'm writing, I wrote. There were so many caregivers that I wanted to interview, and I still didn't get to interview everyone that I wanted to. And then I would agree, Finding My Voice, a book that I started writing, which I think so many of the authors have said is not the book that we published. What we think you're going to write, I thought I was going to write a much more clinician kind of focused, and it wasn't. It was more of a for everyday caregivers. I had a very hard time telling my mother that I was going to write this book because a lot of it stemmed from having a father who was an alcoholic, and my mother had to live with that. And I was going to tell the story. And growing up in the 70s, we had brushed under carpet for so long that I didn't know if she was going to just help with me. I decided that I wanted to share this with the world and how that helped me become a better caregiver. And she embraced the idea. And getting to tell the story and giving her the book after it was delivered. I gave it to her first. And she read it and she loved it. And she is buying it for her friends. And so she's not afraid to share that story anymore. Again, like all of you, this book is not just about you. It will help other people. It absolutely will. My life has changed in every possible good way. Number one, confidence. Before I wrote this book, looking back, I was searching for something. I have a clinical doctorate and I was in the program to get a PhD because I thought that was going to finally give me credibility and respect. And then I quit that because I'm like, I didn't love it. So writing this book, I feel like that was it. That's what I needed and wanted. I've always loved more creative writing and not academic writing. So I don't have to fit this mold of the academic. And so that, number one, was huge for me. I started my own business, started a nonprofit called Spirit Ranch Horses Helping Humans Heal, which helps kids with and families with mental illness. And so that's been amazing. And I was asked to be on the Global Advisory Council for HEAL, Human Equine Alliance and Learning, which was amazing. The director had reached out to me saying, I know that you wrote this book, so I thought of you. Allie, I never thought that I would be in the same league as these people are in Norway and psychiatrists from these different countries. And so that has been so incredibly cool to get to do what I love with other people that understand what I love. So it's just, and so many people come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, you wrote a book. That's so great. Tell me about it. And it's just been absolutely wonderful. And to hear my kids who are adults now say, Mom, I read it and it's so good. It's such a good book. And to hear your inner thoughts, it's a gift that you're going to give these people. Yeah, it's changed them so many. And I actually sat in bed today and read a historical fiction book, and I didn't feel guilty. It's I never would have done that before, right? Because I'm constantly thinking, what else am I going to do? What else am I going to, what business am I going to start? And now I feel fulfilled. So hopefully you'll have that too. I could not have done it. Absolutely could not have done it without you all at Manuscripts.